Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn because Jaguar Wright just set the internet on fire. Out of nowhere, she dropped the kind of bombshell that makes Hollywood's deepest secrets look like playground gossip. We're talking about Tiny, the woman everyone thought had finally moved on quietly, living her best life. But according to Jaguar Wright, that quiet life was a cover-up for a secret pregnancy with her new husband. And here's the kicker. While all of this was allegedly happening, I was on Instagram Live, breaking down in real time, whispering she betrayed me twice. Now tell me this, how you hide a pregnancy from the man who built an empire with you? How do you keep a secret so dark that even your closest circle stays silent? Jaguar didn't just hint. She named names, dropped cryptic clues, and promised receipts that would make even TMZ pause mid-scroll. The internet's losing its mind. Fans are split, and his emotional breakdown is now the clip every gossip page is milking dry. But if you think this is just another celebrity meltdown, oh no, what Jaguar is about to reveal next might just destroy what's left of their family forever. The internet didn't even have time to breathe before Jaguar Wright's live went viral. It started as one of her usual rants, chaotic, loud, a little too real. But within minutes, she said something that froze the entire chat. Y'all think Tiny's over T.I, baby. She ain't over him. She's over him with somebody else. And that somebody just might be her new husband. And oh yeah, she's pregnant. The chat exploded. Thousands of comments flooded in, some calling her crazy, others begging her to spill names. But the look in Jaguar's eyes, that wasn't trolling. That was the expression of a woman who knew something. Meanwhile, T.I was live on Instagram the same night, his usual cocky grin gone, his voice cracked between sentences, as he talked about betrayal, loyalty, and family. You think you know somebody, he said, shaking his head, but then you find out they was living a whole other life behind your back. Fans in the comments started connecting. That's instantly Jaguar's new husband rant and T.I.'s family betrayal speech. Coincidence? Nah, the internet doesn't believe in coincidences. And here's where it gets messier. Because this wasn't just some baseless gossip floating around. A few weeks earlier, Tiny had quietly deleted dozens of pictures with T.I from her page. No explanation, no captions, nothing. But eagle-eyed fans noticed something else. Her outfits were suddenly baggier, her story shorter, her presence colder. She wasn't just distancing herself emotionally, she was hiding something physically. You know what they say, when a celebrity starts covering up, something's about to pop, literally or metaphorically. Enter Jaguar Wright, the self-proclaimed industry truth teller, who has made a career out of spilling secrets that everyone else is too afraid to say out loud. She didn't just drop hints, she came with a timeline. According to her, Tiny's alleged new husband isn't new at all. He's an old flame, someone from before her, Tyra, a man who supposedly never left her orbit. Even during the years she and T.I were the picture-perfect music power couple. Jaguar said, "This ain't no rebound, baby. This is a reunion. That man been around. Y'all just didn't see him in the frame." And that's when things went from scandalous to cinematic. Because if what Jaguar is claiming is true, that means Tiny's been living a double life, smiling on stage with T.I, raising a family, while secretly holding on to someone from her past. The idea alone sent social media into chaos. Tiny pregnant started trending, followed by T.I heartbreak. Some fans defended Tiny, saying, "Let her be happy." T.I did worse. Others called it karma, poetic justice for years of alleged infidelity rumors surrounding him. But the most shocking part came when a supposed insider, whose identity Jaguar refused to reveal, sent her what she called medical proof. On her live stream, she waved around what looked like a blurred out ultrasound photo saying, "This right here is why T.I.'s losing sleep. This is why he crying live. This is why the world about to see the truth." Within minutes, Screenshots of that frame started circulating across Twitter, TikTok, and gossip pages faster than wildfire. People froze the image, zoomed in, analyzed timestamps, and compared it to Tiny's own Instagram posts. And guess what? The timeline matched almost perfectly. T.I.'s fans were heartbroken. One commenter wrote, "Man, this guy built her a life, and now she having a baby with another man. Nah, that's cold." Others turned on him. "Now you know how it feels, Tip. Karma don't miss nobody." The debate wasn't just about betrayal. It was about public humiliation. Because seeing a man like T.I, known for his pride, his dominance, his alpha energy, suddenly cry on camera, that hit differently. The same man who once rapped about control was now out of control, emotionally shattered and digitally exposed. And still, Tiny stayed silent. No posts, no statements, no interviews, just quiet. And that silence became louder than any denial could have been. Because in the world of celebrity scandal, silence isn't peace, it's confirmation. Every hour that passed without a response only made Jaguar's claims feel more legitimate. Now, let's not forget, this isn't Jaguar's first rodeo. She's been exposing people for years. From R&B legends to hip-hop icons, her track record of stirring chaos is unmatched. But this time, it felt different. She wasn't just dropping tea for clout. She seemed emotionally invested. "Y'all don't understand," she said during one of her streams. "I've been new about Tiny and this man. I kept quiet because it wasn't my business. But when I saw T.I crying like that, nah, I had to tell the truth. I had to let the world know what's really going on." The emotional tone in her voice made people second-guess their skepticism. For once, even the doubters paused. Maybe, just maybe, Jaguar wasn't lying. Maybe she'd seen too much. And in the middle of this chaos, fans started digging into Tiny's past interviews. The ones where she talked about forgiveness, second chances, and outgrowing relationships. Suddenly, those innocent quotes felt like cryptic messages. A 2019 clip resurfaced, where Tiny giggled on camera saying, "Sometimes you think you moved on from something, but maybe your heart didn't." People reposted it with captions like, "She was talking about him all along." Meanwhile, Teddy's team went silent too. No statements, no PR corrections, just quiet tension. That's when blogs began reporting that T.I had cancelled appearances, avoided cameras, and taken time to focus on family. But that phrase, "focus on family," only made people more suspicious. Which family? The one with Tiny, or the one falling apart in public view? By this point, Jaguar's words had morphed into an online wildfire. Everyone had a theory. Some claimed they knew who the new husband was, an old industry executive Tiny had supposedly dated before. Others swore it was a backup dancer from one of her tours. One TikTok even analyzed body language from a 2023 video, where Tiny hugged a man too long backstage. "That's him." The creator whispered dramatically, "That's the one." And through it all, T.I looked like a man. Unraveling his live streams became shorter, more emotional, less filtered. He started speaking about betrayal, forgiveness, and moving on. The classic trilogy of a broken man in denial. "You can't save somebody who don't want to be saved," he said in one clip, before going completely silent. His eyes said everything his mouth didn't. At this point, the story had gone from rumor to global obsession. Every gossip channel, every reaction YouTuber, every TikTok page was milking the Tiny pregnancy narrative. But here's where it gets crazy. Jaguar claimed she wasn't done. On her next live, she promised she'd reveal the man's identity. And with that, social media went into countdown mode. People were setting reminders. Blog pages were making live stream waiting rooms. The comments were wild. If she drops his name, it's over. T.I better brace himself. Jaguar, about to break the internet. About to break the internet. Again. And that's exactly where part 1 ends with Jaguar's promise. Echoing through the internet, like a ticking time bomb. She had receipts. She had the audience. She had the truth, or at least her version of it. And everyone from Hollywood insiders to casual fans was waiting for her to drop that final name, because once she did, there'd be no going back. When Jaguar Wright went live again, the internet literally froze. You could almost hear the collective gasp as her face popped up on screen. That same fiery energy in her eyes. Her phone tilted just enough to catch the chaos behind her. She didn't waste time. No greetings, no intros, just straight into the storm. "Y'all ready for the truth?" she said. "Because I'm about to name the man Tiny's been hiding." Over 200,000 people joined that live in the first 5 minutes. Bloggers screen recorded. TikTokers clipped every second, and fan pages exploded with comments. Then Jaguar leaned in close, smirked, and whispered, "It's someone y'all seen before. Someone from their circle." Boom. That was all it took. The internet detonated. Twitter turned into a guessing arena. Every post, every rumor thread had one question. Who is Tiny's new husband? She teased the reveal for nearly 10 minutes, pacing back and forth, sipping tea dramatically. "This ain't no regular man," she said. "He been around the family, been in a house, spinning their lives." Fans started pulling up old photos of Tot and Tiny with friends, assistants, producers, and even security guards. One name popped up repeatedly, a man named Marcus Mack, reading, a quiet background figure who used to tour manage Chinese group days. When Jaguar finally said his name, Marcus reading, the live chat exploded like fireworks. "I told y'all that's T.I.'s guy. She married the help." The narrative wrote itself. Within minutes, blogs had headlines ready. Jaguar Wright reveals, Tiny's secret husband was once T.I.'s friend. Screenshots of Marcus's old posts began circulating, showing him with T.I. and Tiny at parties, events, even family barbecues. The betrayal factor just multiplied. Jaguar wasn't done. That baby she carrying it ain't T.I.'s. And the man who knows it best is Marcus. He's been by her side for years, pretending to be the family friend when he was more than that. She claimed Marcus and Tiny secretly tied the knot in a private ceremony earlier that year, something never reported, never confirmed, but suspiciously aligned with Tiny's recent, mysterious getaway trip to Turks and Kiss. Fans instantly dug up the post from that trip. Pictures of the beach, champagne flutes, and one cryptic caption Tiny had posted, "New beginnings deserve peace, not permission." Suddenly, everyone believed it wasn't about healing. It was about starting over. As this bomb dropped, T.I.'s live from the previous night resurfaced again. He had gone silent mid-sentence after reading something on his phone. Some claimed he saw jaguars live in real time. Others said Tiny texted him to stop playing victim. Whatever it was, his face told the story. Pure heartbreak mixed with disbelief. And the timing couldn't have been worse, because just as Jaguar's revelations spread like wildfire, an alleged source close to T.I. came forward to the Shade Room, claiming T.I.'s been aware of Tiny's relationship for months, but he didn't know about the baby until now. That quote alone sent shockwaves through social media. Everyone wanted to know, was Jaguar right again? Tiny's silence was deafening. Still no posts, no interviews, no denial. Her friends stayed tight-lipped, her PR team unresponsive. That vacuum of silence gave Jaguar's voice even more power. She posted again, hours later, saying, "Y'all can call me crazy all you want, but I don't miss." Then came the receipts. Jaguar dropped what she called the final proof. Screenshots of text messages, allegedly between Tiny and a close friend. The messages hinted at a baby on the way and a decision to protect peace. The texts were blurry, partially redacted, but that didn't matter. People believed them instantly, because in gossip culture, it's not about truth. It's about believability, and Jaguar knew how to craft a believable lie better than anyone else. Twitter turned into a circus. Tiny pregnant trended again, followed by Nollis Marcus and Tiny, and O's T.I heartbreak. Memes flooded the timeline. T did eye-crying memes, Jaguar sipping tea memes, and captions like, "When your wife's new man was your tour manager." It was chaos. YouTube reactors made hour-long breakdowns, while podcasts debated whether T.I deserved this after his own past cheating scandals. Some called it karma, others called it tragedy. But one thing was clear, everybody was watching. Then a new clip surfaced, allegedly from a close friend of T.I.'s camp. In the clip, a male voice could be heard saying, "He lost it, man." He punched the wall through his phone. He kept saying, "How could she do this to me?" Whether real or staged, it didn't matter. The narrative was sealed. T.I was broken. Jaguar, sensing her dominance over the gossip cycle, doubled down. On another live, she mocked him. He can rap all day about loyalty, but couldn't keep his own house together. Tiny's just doing what she learned from him. Survival. Her words cut deep. She reframed the entire scandal as poetic justice. A woman reclaiming her power after years of humiliation, and social media ate it up. Fans started flooding Tiny's old videos with comments like, "You did what needed to be done," and "Queen moves only." Others took the I side, calling Tiny disrespectful and heartless. The internet split into two camps, Team Tiny and Team Tip, and every day the feud grew nastier. Vloggers even started speculating about potential legal drama. Could T.I sue Jaguar for defamation? Could he fight for custody of their younger kids if this was true? TMZ reported he had consulted attorneys, but his team gave no comments. Still, the rumor that legal papers were being prepared added fuel to the inferno. By now, Jaguar had transformed from industry troublemaker to internet oracle. Even major podcasts, like Hollywood Unlocked and No Jumper, discussed her claims, half mocking, half believing. She reveled in the spotlight, captioning one of her posts, "They said I was lying until the truth screamed louder than my voice." And just when the dust seemed ready to settle, a photo leaked, a grainy image, allegedly from a private event, showing Tiny and Marcus standing together, her hand resting gently over her stomach. The background matched one of Tiny's earlier posts from that same vacation. Within hours, it was everywhere. People compared it, cropped it, color corrected it, and concluded, "Yep, that's her." T.I.'s emotional breakdown deepened. He reportedly skipped a scheduled studio session, cancelled a talk show appearance, and unfollowed dozens of accounts, including Jaguar Wright herself. Fans noticed, "He's spiraling." One wrote, "That man ain't been right since that live." But Jaguar wasn't stopping. She hinted there was more to come. If y'all think this pregnancy is the end of the story, wait till you hear who's been funding everything. That statement set off another chain reaction. Theories about money, secret investments, hush deals, and even NDAs. Commenters started claiming T had been paying for Tiny's lifestyle even after separation, unknowingly funding her new relationship. The gossip ecosystem went into overdrive. Every insider with a camera phone wanted to weigh in. Fake texts, voice notes, and supposed leaked voicemails began circulating, each one more dramatic than the last. But none hit as hard as Jaguar's promise. "I'm dropping the receipts that proved I've been paying the man raising his wife's baby." And that's where the tension peaked. Social media turned into a live countdown for Jaguar's next move. Every hour felt like a ticking clock. When's she going live again? Is she going to show the proof? Did she really say he's funding the baby? Did she really say he's funding the baby? T.I hadn't spoken publicly since that night. His last post, a black screen with the caption, "Not everything you hear deserves a response. But sometimes silence screams louder than denial." Because everyone knew what was coming next. Jaguar had promised to drop financial receipts, the kind that would change everything, the kind that could ruin reputations, break marriages, and turn rumors into certified digital history. And when she finally said, "Tomorrow night, I'm showing the proof," the internet collectively lost it. Blog pages prepared their headlines. Fans charged their phones. Screenshots started circulating with the phrase, "the final live," because everyone knew that when Jaguar Wright hit that go live button again, the truth, or at least her version of it, was about to finish what it started. When the clock hit 8:00 p.m. the next night, every gossip blog reaction page and live stream countdown went live simultaneously. Comments were already flooding in before Jaguar Wright even appeared. Is she really doing it? Where's the proof? T.I.'s done after tonight. The screen flickered. Then her face appeared calm, composed, and almost too confident. "You've been waiting," she said, smirking. "And I don't keep the truth waiting." Within seconds, her numbers shot past 300,000 viewers. Even verified celebrities were lurking, blue check marks scrolling through the chat like flies to fire. And then Jaguar held up a manila folder. "This," she said, "is where it all ends." The chat froze. You could practically feel the tension through the screen. She began flipping through pages, each labeled with blurred out names, screenshots, and transaction records. "See this? This ain't no rumor. This is T.I.'s own money. Thousands of dollars sent to accounts connected to Marcus Reading, the same man Tiny's allegedly married to." She zoomed in on one of the screenshots. A PayPal-style transfer, labeled house maintenance. "Tiny. Now why?" she said with a raised eyebrow. Would T.I be paying this man's bills if he was a part of the family? The internet lost its mind. Comment sections exploded with messages. "No way this is real. She got receipts. T.I funding his replacement." It was digital chaos. People started screen recording every second. Desperate to be the first to repost it, Jaguar leaned closer to the camera and whispered. He was paying for his own heartbreak. That one line became the quote of the night. Viral, brutal, and unforgettable. Within minutes, Twitter and TikTok feeds were flooded with short clips. Edits showed T.I crying, overlaid with Jaguar's voice echoing. He was paying for his own heartbreak. Music reactors, bloggers, and fans dissected every syllable. Some swore the transfers were faked. Others believed they were legit. But it didn't matter. The damage was done. The story had already escaped into the wild. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Jaguar claimed she wasn't the only one with proof. "I'm not the only one holding this," she said. "There's somebody else. A friend of Tiny's who's ready to talk." Moments later, she played an audio clip. A woman's voice soft, slightly trembling, saying, "Tiny didn't want this to come out. She said she was scared. She said if Tip found out, everything would fall apart." Jaguar nodded dramatically. And it did. Fans went into detective mode. Every voice clip, every tone, every word was analysed. "That sounds like one of Tiny's old assistants." "No, that's her stylist." "Wait, is that Shakina?" The guesses never stopped. But the impact was nuclear. Every platform turned into a feeding frenzy. Meanwhile, T.I still hadn't spoken, but his social media activity told the story. He unfollowed Tiny, deleted old couple photos, and posted one chilling message to his story. Loyalty used to mean something. That one sentence broke the internet. Comments poured in. He's done. It's over. He knows it's true. Blogs started posting side-by-side comparisons of his and Tiny's recent behaviour. Her silence, his meltdown, Jaguar's receipts, everything lined up too perfectly to dismiss. Even mainstream outlets started picking it up. Jaguar Wright alleges the I funded Tiny's secret marriage. Read the headlines on digital tabloids. But Jaguar wasn't finished. Her tone suddenly shifted. Less mocking, more serious. "Let me say this before they try to shut me down," she said. "What Tiny did ain't new. The industry runs on secrets. This one just happened to spill over 'cause somebody caught feelings." She leaned back and sighed dramatically like a preacher after a sermon. "I told y'all, you can't hide the truth forever. It always finds its way to the surface, one way or another." Her phone buzzed mid-live. A call she ignored, but the chat noticed. Was that Ty calling her? One viewer commented. Others joked. TMZ already on line 1. But then Jaguar paused, smirked, and said something that set off another explosion. "If they think I'm scared, they don't know me. I ain't backing down from no rapper, no label, no baby daddy drama. The truth is already out there, and it's louder than me." By the end of that live stream, the entire internet had turned into a courtroom. Team Ted, that I claimed Jaguar, faked everything for clout. Team Tiny argued she had every right to move on. And a third group, the Chaos Lovers, just wanted more. The memes, edits, and threads kept multiplying. He paid for his own heartbreak. Trended for 2 days straight. Even late-night talk shows slipped in jokes about it. Behind the scenes, sources claimed that I went completely dark. No interviews, no appearances, nothing. Friends reportedly said he was processing things privately, which in celebrity language usually means lawyers are getting involved. Rumors even spread that his management team sent a cease and desist to Jaguar Wright, though she laughed it off publicly, saying, "You can't sue somebody for telling the truth." Tiny, still silent, posted a cryptic story for the first time in weeks. Just a black heart emoji with a caption, "Healing takes time." Within minutes, that one post hit 1 million views. Fans took it as confirmation, denial, or both, because when you're silent in the middle of chaos, everyone writes their own version of your truth. But Jaguar wasn't done milking it. The next day, she dropped another live, short, only 15 minutes long, where she claimed there was more to come. "If they keep poking the bear," she warned, "I got videos." That single word, videos, made the internet stop breathing. Screenshots flooded timelines again. Did she say videos? Of what? She got clips of Tiny and Marcus. People stayed awake that night, refreshing her page, waiting for her to go live again. She didn't. The mystery became the story. Everyone wanted to know what else she was holding. Was there more proof? A secret recording? A confrontation? Nobody knew, but everyone believed something was coming. And then, like a tragic movie, the focus shifted back to T.I. Late that night, another video surfaced. Him driving, his voice low, eyes glassy, saying, "You can give everything you got to somebody and still end up empty." It wasn't an official live stream, just a quick shaky clip recorded by a fan who recognized him at a red light. That 30-second video broke 1 million views in under an hour. Comments poured in, "That man's heartbroken. He didn't deserve this. He's done fighting." By morning, gossip sites declared the story the biggest celebrity betrayal of the year. And Jaguar, she'd become the internet's most powerful chaos queen. Every platform begged for interviews. Every podcast wanted her side, and she loved every second. Her follower count tripled overnight. She posted, "Told y'all, I'm not crazy. I'm right." But deep down, the damage was irreversible. The marriage everyone thought could survive anything had finally collapsed under the weight of public humiliation, and the world couldn't stop watching. I was silent. Tiny was ghosting. Jaguar was trending. The internet, like always, had already moved on to the next scandal. But not before burning their story into gossip history. The betrayal, the tears, the receipts, the silence that all became part of the legend. Because in the end, this wasn't just about who cheated, who lied, or who leaked. It was about how one woman, armed with a live stream and a folder, brought an empire to its knees. And as Jaguar's final words from that night echoed across every corner of the web, truth don't care who it destroys. One thing became painfully clear. T didn't just lose his marriage. He lost the illusion that anything in Hollywood stays hidden forever. So, here we are, the smoke still rising, the timeline still on fire, and an entire fan base split down the middle. Jaguar Wright didn't just spill gossip. She detonated a bomb that exposed the fragile, messy, painfully human side of celebrity love. What started as whispers about Tiny's new